Why is he naked? Alright. Good evening. I actually wanted to go to the world map first, but this one intercepted me. So this is the DLC guy apparently. Also, he has a big ass sword, even if it's broken. What is this now? What is this now? Am I too late? Who are you? Help me recover my past, and I will help you defeat your future. Relive my past where he exploits my possess. Epiphanies await you. Allows you to receive a quick start. It's a project completion towards some possess requirements. Some of them will be fully completed. It would be kinda neat if they actually showed me which. Sure, accept. Okay, completing your possess unlocks new epiphanies for your future runs. It also adds new slots for epiphanies in the altar. Starter epiphanies. What do we have? Wait, with an apocalypse of 2 or more. Beat Knights have of any map. Apocalypse 4 or more. Apocalypse 8 or more. Apocalypse 12 or more. Right, apparently I've gotten a bunch of them already. Defense, economy, heroes, weapons. Ah. I've read that they give unique weapons. That those are actually just straight up unique weapons. Only equip one unique item. They cannot be sold. Not only available through epiphanies. This attack matches damage type. Right. I can already see that those are kind of good because they choose the damage type based on what is best for your hero. And it appears that there's one unique for every weapon type. And they all have the adaptive damage. They all share the adaptive damage. And then they have a unique perk. And what is this? Deal 1000 damage in a single dagger skill. Complete 7 nights at panic rank S or A with at least one hero equipped with a dagger. In one turn, deal 3000 damage to isolated targets using dagger skills. Stun 10 enemies using hammer skills. Okay, so travel 24 times using 24 tiles using sword skills. Okay. So if I see that correctly, they always have deal that much damage in a single sword skill. In a single skill, complete 7 nights at panic rank S or A with at least one hero equipped with a sword. And in one turn, travel 24 tiles. Then there's one that is specific to the weapon. Isolation. Travel 12 times by using a follow-up on stunned targets. Follow-up is which? Follow-up. Opportunism multiply. How much range is it? 2 to 3. You can use it, what, 2 times? Well, we'll see. Kill 16 units using spear skills. Sinew coil. Hit 24 units using hand crossbow skills. That should be relatively easy, actually. Gun. An enemy 3 times with a pistol shot at maximum momentum damage, 400%. What? That sounds... You definitely need to fully skill on momentum for that. Hit 7 units at a range of 8 or more using Rain of Arrows. Eye Picker. In one turn, kill one bulky at a range of 20 or more using Snipe Shot. Okay. Yeah, some of those are definitely... Some of those are definitely gonna be fully... Like, you need to fully skill on that. Is that a sniper rifle? That's just a sniper rifle. Kill 3 Alarian. Alarian? Those are flying enemies, I believe, while inside a watchtower. Flash Wind, that's a staff. Wand. Maul, that's a scepter. What do you need using wand skills? Hit an enemy 3 times with Magic Bash at maximum momentum. Again, you need to fully go for momentum on that. Kill 14 units using Death Ray. Mm-hmm. Brain Clot. That's the staff, is it? Yeah. Apply 10 negative alterations to enemies using power staff skills. That should actually be rather easy because all of the staff things do help. Blade, hit 25 enemies with propagations with Tomes of Secret skill. That should also be relatively easy. One turn apply 12 poison 12 times to enemies using Drifting Staff skill. That should also be relatively easy. Corpse Hunger. Fully charged perfect guard. Oh, that's a shield. Flash up is the gauntlet. At range 18 or more with gauntlet skills. That is gonna be kinda difficult. Because you have to charge it first, and then hit them and immediately kill them. Kill 12 enemies with Fire Blast. That's the passive of the cannon, I believe. Throat's Horn. Axe. 100 axe, yeah. Debuff or kill 10 enemies at a 3 or more range using axe skills. This is the 200 sword. Oh, that's the boomerang, right. Druidic stuff, the claws. Right. Well, let's see what we can get. Well, the hero is under level 6. 20% XP gain and 15 armor, otherwise 80 armor and 200 max armor. Holy shit. But you need to unlock those with the epiphanies. Epiphanies. Every 160 damage blocks plus 10 experience gain until the end of the night. Not bad. Whenever hero dodges, plus 1% dodge up to 50%. Holy. Doesn't sound bad. Every 10% experience gain after 100% plus 3% resistance. Ooh. Every 25 enemies killed plus 1 move point plus 10% experience gain. Bonuses are reset upon level up. Losing the move point kinda sucks. And if each turn apply plus 10% poison damage. Ranged damage dodge multiplier is reduced by 50%. Physical damage now deals 400% damage to armor, so that's just relatively good buffs. That's the skill Big Storm at the end of the jump over skill or any of its upgrades and variants. Jump over skill or any of its upgrades and variants cost -1 move point. And then you just deal damage around yourself. That's kind of funny. Faster and light. Using any attack increase the momentum counter by 2. Okay. Reduce the cost of production building upgrades by 15%, increase production building limit by 2. Production of gold mines and scavenger camps is increased by 30%. Grants a unique buff skill to all production buildings. The automatic cast of a hero is adjacent to the building during the night, lasts for the whole night, and cannot be used again until the next night. Interesting. Pocket Watchtower. Well, builds Watchtower at the target location. The building will be demolished at the end of night. Okay, that's kind of funny. Increase damage of all defenses by 30%. I'll take that. Zealous Aim, plus 20% accuracy every 10 max health after 125, minus 2% accuracy down to 0%. 3 skill range every 30 max health after... So you want... This is a glass cannon build, okay. Annihilation of the Harpies. Aiello's head... Ooh, that's a unique weapon. Flying Assault, Maneuver Vision, so you basically move somewhere to attack. Huh. Broken Blade. With an apocalypse of 12 or more, deal 5,000 damage to enemies with critical hits. 5,000 damage to isolated enemies, kill 50 isolated enemies during Divergence Night. What is a Divergence Night? That I do not know. Then there's all of the weapons. Broken Caduceus. A unique trinket. So there are unique trinkets as well. Deal 5,000 point damage to enemies, kill 50 enemies. Again, I don't know what a Divergence Night is, so that one is gonna be... I'm gonna have to find out. Hit by a Twisted's magic burst twice. After spending 60 mana in a turn, gets 90% resistance. Holy. 16 mana isn't that much. Material instability. By one of my enemies automatic cost burst on the hero. Holy shit. That sounds amazing for the block guys. It just deals extra damage. Right, so defense. Veterans of Gildenberg. With an apocalypse of 12 or more in a single run, beat Gildenberg. Complete all knights except the last at rank S or A. Veteran of Lakeburg. The same thing. Glenwall, the same thing. And then what do you have? Defenses deal 20% damage for each different adjacent defenses. Traps are repaired for free every morning. Wooden walls health is increased by 10 health per night. Stone walls health is increased by 25 health per night. Veteran of Glintfiend increased defense building cap by 10%. I love that. Cannonbolts cannot be used automatically when they fire automatically. The nearest target skill has a recharge time of 2 turn. Cannonbolts cannot damage heroes or allied buildings. That sounds amazing. Apocalypse of 18. 9 ordeals in Lakeburg. Okay. Barricades are free, but are now limited at 15. New Epiphany. Each night summon 3 soulbound to fight alongside you. Those sound amazing. The effects of Temple and Mana Well are doubled. Grant nighttime offering to Temple and nighttime benediction to Mana Well. They are only usable once per night. Okay, nighttime offering is health and the other is probably mana. Panic. Complete at least 5, build at least 17 structures in Glintfiend. Some of those sound hard. Each production phase have 1 free non-global upgrade. What, for a building? That also sounds kind of insane. Can I? There's Runenberg, Glintfiend, Gildenberg, which I've beaten at Apocalypse 18. Is there anything? No. I had hoped. Here's Block Vision, we are at Apocalypse 12. So I'd have to basically go to the Eposes. Can I... Pinned only. Not the achieved. All achievable. How do I pin you? You pin like that. Right. So if I go with everything that has Gildenberg in the name, and then just do Gildenberg until we are completely done with that. Runenberg, Gildenberg. Nighttime Cravings with an apocalypse kills 6 Rippers at melee range. Like a small feast allowing to execute a claw and restore 40 health. Holy, that sounds amazing. When an apocalypse of 6 or more, kill 6 Guardian using attacks with physical damage. It applies a buff for the skill, get plus 25 health. Modifier resets every morning. All melee skills have 1 additional range. Grants a ghastly energy to all heroes. Mana cost for skills is reduced by the hero's current resistance reduction up to minus 70% reduction of the base skill costs. Holy shit. Some of those sound insane. Using Boomer's burst skills. Right. So most of these are probably not going to happen on Gildenberg because most of these enemies don't exist in Gildenberg. Broken Caduceus. Right. Let's go do a Gildenberg then. Only, pinned only. All. So beat Gildenberg at an apocalypse level of 12 or more, and then at least 5 ordeals, which I don't think I can do that right now. So I need to beat Gildenberg, and I need to do it with a rank S or A in all but the last 9. Apocalypse 12 shouldn't be too difficult, because we've already done it on 18, though I'm pretty sure it was with the previous one. There's magic circle health, negative affixes. Right. So I go costs, more enemy health. What do we actually have? And then a back beating Apocalypse 32. Right, so Heroes block vision I don't think is gonna matter that much. Less magic circle health doesn't really matter that much, I believe. Faster enemies I kinda don't want. Materials cost I kinda want. Mist sensors aren't that bad. No defenses around the circle I really do not care about. Where's trait? Bigger wave size, negative affixes. Upgraded enemies. More enemy health. I go costs more panic. Then we are 13. I can get rid of one. If we had one that only costs one. Well, let's do that then. And let's see how that one works. What omens do I have? Omen causes path, +1 attribute reroll. Types of ranged events of the skill improved, I will affect more targets. Sure. Let's go try that then. I really kind of want the automatic catapult shooting because I always forget the catapults. But first, I need to see how the ordeals work. Has been built in honor of a dark god, the altar. It has appeared in every city and grants you access to new challenges. It grants access to the epiphanies and enables divergences and ordeals. Okay. What do we have? We have an elf with a sword. Backslot stun chance, but move points down. Daily health regen and less mana. Okay, you have a bunch less mana, you have less move points. You have a two-handed sword. Not sure you want a sword if you have less move points. What else do we have? Also, what is this? -4 block, +8 daily mana regen, some dodge, set max dodge to 120%. Last time exclusive perk collection focused on agility, poison, and grace. And into the wild, jump over costs less move points. Whenever the hero is inside the haven, -27% damage. Outside, +7 accuracy. So, ranged weapons, I kind of always want to have inside the city. You have a daily health regen, so I guess it's fine. You also have momentum already from your gear. What do you have? A bow. Steel short bow. Third miscellaneous per collection. Right, and an exclusive per collection. Resistance, less healing received, 12% block minus move points, 10% isolation. Oh yeah, the human path. I forgot that exists now. Elf path. What do we have? Elven coffee. 99 move points. But heal, not gain. Right. And then lastly we have a magic user with a staff. Who is a human? What do you have? Escape safe, dodge and daily health regen down, move points up, critical and resistance up. Okay. I think we're just gonna run it like that for now. How do I use that? Alto Epiphanies. Right, Epiphanies is a bonus that remain active for the complete duration of your run, each from a limited selection among those you have already locked is offered to you at the altar. Epiphanies cost memories, which is a new resource related to the altar. Memories can be gathered during the night by completing additional challenges. Once you have collected enough memories, the Epiphanies bonus will be active and you will be able to choose a new one. It's like Epiphany repels you by double-clicking on it or by dragging and dropping it on the left spot. Right. Experience gain and armor. Every 160 damage blocked whenever your dodges. Protection practice grants the perk protection practice. Every 10% gains resistance. Speed, +1 move points and experience gain. Antique is 100 immemorial, the drill. The water. Every 10% magic damage after 100 +8 daily mana regen. Reduce the cost of production building upgrades. Increase production limit. Pocket watchtower. Military engineering. Zealous aim. That is to all heroes, so... Get me the drill. Divergences. There's no divergence available in this night. That looks disgusting. It sounds disgusting. Alright. Pinned Epoces. That just appeared in your commander's journal, challenge you with a time-limited objective. Complete it before the end of the time to get memories and unlock the next epiphany faster. Complete up to 3 ordeals to earn an additional bonus. Ordeals can only appear if you have an epiphany selected in the alt, and as long as you have not completed 3 during the night. 289 or more damage to enemies. Isolated target. 2 turns. Well, first of all, now I have to get back into how this one actually works. First of all, we kill those mist sensors, who do not count as enemies. Good to know. They do not count. Also, speed me up. Yeah, they do not count as enemies, which is a bit of a shame. Right. Undo is the delete button. Right. And now it is on me to isolate some targets. Two more. How much damage did we deal? 190. Do that, and then... Can you kill that? Yes. Can you kill this guy? Indeed you can. Okay, first success, wonderful. Less than 500 damage to enemies target with a negative altercation. So now I need to do no damage to the specific targets chosen. If the hit applies the negative effect, apparently it don't count. That is a look. And now we have dealt 100 damage to a target with negative altercation. Right, so big issue. We have someone whose entire purpose in life is to apply negative effects. So maybe you just chill for a second. 109 damage. Or maybe we just use things that push no energy. 1 action point. To what? 1,154 ranged damage. What? Do we even have enough enemies to do that much damage? I don't think we do. What was... yeah, tab, okay. We still have less than 500 to targets with negative altercations. I'm not gonna get all of them. I can already tell. You know what? Action points. $409, so we just don't hit those guys. Alright. 1 action point remaining. Who has an action point remaining? You have an action point remaining. Well, there's no enemies in range. Just give yourself dodge. There are no shot enough enemies to deal that much damage to. What? Oh, there was one more. So it's you can actually get more than 3. It's just as soon as you've done 3, you'll get no more. Okay. That makes that a bit easier because, yeah, the range damage would not have happened. Range damage would not have happened at all. Alright, alive, HP lost, dead. Is there a new animation for the memories? Apparently not. Yeah, I don't actually think we'll get that drilled on in time. Divergence just appeared. Did you choose a new challenge for the night? Ah, okay. Divergence. Well, first of all, we'll level up. And now we can also look at your perks. What do you have? So you have resistance, less healing received, more block, and 10% isolation. You unfortunately do not have the isolation path. You have a debuff and poison. Multi-hits disables the second set. Oh, is Night Owl now a human-only perk? Did they take that away from both the dwarves and the elves? I feel like I want to give you the spiky counter. Relentless and head on. And the inertia. You definitely want to have a sword. You want to have something with momentum. Or a crippling punch. The crippling punch was honestly kind of funny last time I used it. Right, let's actually steady aim +2 skill range. That's not gonna happen. Mana growth, stun chance, and applying poison. Quick reload. Restore 1-2 use to all of the skills with the current weapon set. You know what? Take the cheer instead of the execute. So you want a sword. And then you want more move points. You want momentum and physical damage. Right. Next. Dodge, move points, and critical. If you want critical, do you have a crit path? Does not look like it. You have the bodybuilder. Critical runes. Yes, more critical. Unfortunately, he doesn't get the... Oh, plus 50 critical power. He doesn't get the critical power thing. More critical there. Armor is increased. The jump is better. Back protection. Stunning. Perseverance. Plus 10% accuracy. When an attack from the hero is dodged by at least 1 unit. Yeah. So for every 10% missing mana, and then you get more daily magic mana regen. Yeah, let's go with that. We have a critical hand has landed. So you go for the crits, if we actually get that far. And then you can go mana shield. Spend your mana, and then use it to crit. Use the crits you get from that to get better. Right, move points. And probably magic damage if we go with a lot of mana. Next, Moonclaw. You are kind of, by extent, just gonna be our ranged boy. Oh, you have the isolation path. If I can get you a longbow, that would be amazing. What are yours? Do you have coffee? One with nature. For every empty equipment slot, consumers do not gain 1 stack. That's 1 stacks. More 5% damage per stack, 4% for dodge per stack, 4 stacks, 1 action point for 4 stacks at 9 stacks. For every empty equipment slot, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Right. You unfortunately do not have the crippling punch, which is that it is not a human only thing. If he had the crippling punch, I would immediately go with that. But unfortunately, this way he will need a weapon. While our maneuver skills can 15% perk damage, increase by 8% for each turn of distance between hero and the unit. Shadow Waltz. It's transformed into dodge. For being attacked by enemies, for every attack dodged, automatic cast Shadow Waltz on a random enemy within the range of 5. 50% of the hero's dodge. For the last dodge, cast Twilight Flourish instead, with a base damage equal to 30 plus 175%. Every 5% range damage after 100, all non-momentum attacks using physical damage get a 3% momentum. On non-poison attacks using magic damage get 20 poison. Hunters. So you want to stack range damage to improve your other stuff. I don't think that's that great. What would I take with you? Multi-hits, maybe? Mana growth, magic fuel. Take the magic fuel and then just don't use spells, I guess. Right. Reliability. So you get the bow. You want accuracy. You already have a lot of health. 143 base because of the trouble. No, because of what? You just have that much. Okay. Sure, I'll take it. Range damage up. So does this already give you... It already gives you momentum and poison. Okay, interesting. So because you start with 100%, so yeah, that makes sense. Night reward, the claws. What do you have? Physical damage reliability. The claws work with isolation, right? Yeah. Maneuver, isolation, piercing claws. Every 3 isolated enemies hit using claw attacks activates Feral Instincts. Feral Instinct, all claw attacks get multi-hits, minus 40% perk damage. Whenever no isolated units are hit during a claw attack at the start of their turn, lose Feral Instinct. Right, so you could be good for isolation. Crossbow. I love my crossbow. Piercing. Silver two-handed sword. Do I get another sword? I get another two-handed sword. Would have loved the longbow. 11% critical. I'll check that. What are you? Healing received. Move points. And you are resistance. No, I'll take the cloak. Right. City stash. So who is the crit boy? You are the... No. You are the crit boy. You get a second sword. And minus 10% armor, 15% healing received. And you can stabilize. Not that relevant. Yeah, no, not that relevant. Okay. Okay, we can... I haven't played this game in a while, so I'm gonna have to find back into it. For now, let's get rid of this house for money. Build new structures, another house. Then we can get rid of you to get some money and build another house. And then we can build... No, we already have 4 houses. Now we can get rid of... We only have 1, right? We already had 2 houses, that's right. Clear this. Build me a gold mine. Over there and over there. I don't think I need to buy gear. I don't think I can afford gear. Finish of units they're almost dead anyway. Oh, that's kind of neat. Build defenses. A simple wooden wall. Oh shit, you can only build the wooden walls at the outside now. That is neat. You apparently still cannot upgrade multiples at once. Then we have the traps. What the f... Those are new. Those are new. Includes ballista, mounted ballista, heavy ballista, split ballista. Targeting closest enemy strength will improve damage and armor piercing. Blocks line of sight, and you modify to hit up to 3 targets. Then we have the snake seed, falcon seed, a balloon seed, right? And split ballista, catapult. The catapult is still the same ballista, still the same mounted ballista, is still just a ballista. Can you mount the heavy ballistas? That would be good to know. And otherwise the walls are still the same, so they added more ballistas, but that appears to be it. Did they add more buildings? Armor maker, blacksmith, buyer, magic shop, jeweler, alchemist, inn, and seer. They did not add any other here. Guys. Right, you go over there, you go over there, and you definitely want to be outside the village anyway. Can I produce anything? No. That's a merchant. We need to up our money production first. I have 698,000 tainted essence still. Oh yeah, divergence. What do we have? You will be rewarded with memories at the end of the night if only you survive until there. Choose your destiny. You can always refuse to propose divergence if you feel that it's going to be too difficult. Increase enemies' armor by 25 or by 80. 82. 25 is fine. 80 I don't think I'd have the damage for. Am I ever going to get that much money though? That I can actually just, or like memories, that I can actually get that epiphany going on. Give yourself evasion. Isolated targets, once again. Now you leave. Oh yeah, he cheers, doesn't he? Do you have anything in range? No. Not that kind of blows. I should have maybe moved them out further. Shouldn't have had them be that far inside. Nope. Alright, isolated targets 481. Ranged damage. Can I deal 481 damage to isolated targets today? We'll see. That was 145. Can you kill him? You can. Can you kill her? Like that. Can you kill this guy? Actually, if you give yourself move points, you should be able to use the heavy. 437. Fuck. Not quite. Not quite enough. That sucks. In that case, we'll have to switch to the range damage. I could have probably done that better. Heroes that haven't moved this turn targeted full health. Sure. Already done it. Yeah, the isolated damage was a failure. That should nearly do it with the ranged damage, I think. Not quite. However, action point. Do we just not have enough range damage? Is that it? We just do not have enough range damage. Incredibly sad. And I just stunned my own guy. I forgot friendly fire was a thing. Heroes that haven't moved this turn. Right, the range damage was a failure. Now, thankfully, you have not moved and you're gonna deal a whole bunch of damage. Okay, maybe the 80 armor, 82 armor wouldn't have been that bad. It would have been extremely bad, pretty sure. Yeah, that's the damage done. Is this the last round? I think it's the 29 enemies remaining. There's only one enemy I can hit with that, so I kind of don't want to waste it. Can I check? You can actually pin them like that. That's kind of neat. Use a punch skill. You know what? Fuck it. Punch a man. That was 6. Teleport in there. Punch. Punch. We can just fireball them. You shoot this guy so he can leave. Wonderful. Alright, Alt to show the enemy range. Or the areas they can attack. Never forget to do that. And that should be all of them. Actually, no, there's like 2 more down there. In the mist. They're just hanging out. So now you kind of have a purpose to not immediately... You have a purpose to not immediately end the night, because you could draw more stuff you can actually do. Right, coming from here. 115. So that would have already have finished one of them. I would have already finished one of the smaller epiphanies. Done, I've accomplished one of your epos. Oh, it's an epos, not a posse. Yes, I can feel it. Each victory stirs something long asleep within me. So, you can tell me who you are? Once they gave me many names before the drama. This one hurts the least. You may call me Weltschmerz if names still mean anything to you. What is this place? A fracture between what was and what refuses to die. You tore it open when the mist appeared. Where do you come from? Doesn't matter. You've already seen the end. If your last spell couldn't quiet the screams, could it? Help me remember. Through the memories of your victories, perhaps we both find peace in the echoes. Last time I heard your voice in my head, it ended badly. I'm not in your head, and I'm not your enemy. Only what's left of one. The iron still burns inside us, but we won't listen. Not this time. If you help me gather my strength, perhaps I can silence it and free us both. Right. Let me actually check. Do I have all achievable? Brain clot. Already did it. Lovely stuff. I have the short bow and the two-handed sword. Those are names they could fit for the Drukhari. Phalanx. Where is the two-handed sword one? Okay, there's the short bow one. 2000 damage, we have that. 7 at a range of 8 or more using rain of arrows. And then, where's the two-handed sword one? There's a single sword, dagger, sledgehammer, spear, hand crossbow, pistol, longbow. More. Where's the two-handed swords? Tomes, druidic staff, war shield, gauntlet, cannon, two-handed sword. 1500 damage and single two-handed sword skill. Hit an enemy 4 times with thrust at maximum momentum damage. Yeah, that's probably not gonna happen. Not in this one. Gildenberg is kind of not long enough for that. Right. Level up. Resistance reduction, a sword. Can we get you more movement? More damages actually get me more health. Can we get you momentum, though? No. No, we cannot. Spiky counter, which means I want you to get block. Currently you have 12. Right. Then the critical runes. 20% more critical, and this is 50% critical. Right. Just take that one. Level you up for more critical. Actually, how much critical? You have 56% critical. Do you need all that much more critical? I don't think so. Damage, opportunism, critical power. Isolation. Reliability up. That does help. And then, attacking into full health, he gets plus 50% critical. Damage is increased by the hero's current mana. Accuracy up. Daily health regen, no. 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 Propagation bounce, daily health regen, well, fuck me then. Crossbow or a shield. I'll take the crossbow, 10% critical. And other knight reward, gauntlets. Another 200 sword or a big axe. Take the gauntlet. Divergence, again, increase size by 20%, increase size by 50%. Yeah. I think that should be fine. Then, right, first of all, assign them to buildings, get rid of this. Build me an inn. And then hire a hero. Can I hire a hero? I think I should be able... Yeah, I can hire one hero. What do we have? A dwarf with block. Move points to full, max move points to 12. You have the defenses and the poison path. Action points, move points. Okay, less damage and reliability. More damage. An elf with... That's the isolation path, isn't it? Mana, physical damage down. Mana... Soldier, physical and range damage, more mana, less accuracy. Another dwarf, a traitor for opportunism, less mana, more dodge and move points. Or an elf warrior, damage and resistance, minus for block, top. Yeah, I'll take you. You have a scepter. Do you have anything useful? Vampire. Probably not that useful. Sentry, as long as there's no other hero within a range of 12 or skills get vision, that's kinda neat. You have the dodge, the elusive strike. You have the crippling punch, but not the dodge thing, not the nudist thing. That kinda blows. The human ballista bolt. I still kinda love this skill. Increase damage of all defensive catapults, ballistic traps within a range of 8 by 50%. Otherwise, what do we have? Proximity shot, but longer weapons. Mark, steady aim, explosive essence, energized. You do have the critical runes as well. And you currently have a gauntlet and a scepter. So we could go for dodges with you for the flicker strike. The shadow waltz it is, the elusive one. Follow and maneuver skills gain 50% perk damage, increased by 8% of each self-distance between the hero and the unit. Okay. Could be good, but I feel like I'm not gonna have you be a melee fighter. Yeah, you're gonna be ranged. You're gonna be a ranged unit. Take that critical ranged damage. Can we get something higher? Skill range +1, yes. Then the steady aim. The mark to debuff. Longer weapons. On attacking units at a town of 5 or less to attack it's inaccurate. I'm not entirely sure how a longer bow does that, but sure. Decreased by 8%. These are kind of like a non-bow. After attacking, killing an enemy unit with full health and a range of 5 or more, hero's next skill costs move points instead of action points at 1.5 the initial costs. While the hero has 3 move points or less, skills will cost action point, but the effects of the perk will not be consumed when using a skill. Right. I kind of want these two. But not necessarily that one. Right, get me the steady aim. City Stash, you get this crossbow. You, with the staff, you get the gauntlet and another gauntlet. And then the scepter we kind of just gonna sell. Okay, build new structures. Get me another gold mine. Let's see here. Actually put it there? No. Get rid of this. I can't get rid of this because I got rid of that for the end. Right. Gold, that's Scavenger's Camp. Gold mine. I still can't rotate buildings, which I still kind of hate. We have one... No, we don't have any workers left, but we can get workers. Get me one. Tear down this well. And then build some defenses. Now, I'm gonna do this. How much do you cost? 90. 90, 90, 55. You are not mounted, you do not have vision. Oh, that's because there is the circle, right. I note a distinct error in my judgment with the apocalypse levels. Well, just set up a catapult. And another one. Can we get some traps? Stun trap. Trigger when an enemy instead can be built outside the heaven. Damage trap. Damage the target and surrounding tiles, but no friendly fire. Trigger when an enemy ends their movement on it. Sure, let's go with one here and one here. So we have a bigger wave down there, meaning the newbie is gonna go here together with, let's say, you. And then you two can just defend this area. I need a seer, is what I've decided. Right. Let's see if the 50% increased wave size is gonna fuck me. Okay. Gauntlet. The gauntlet is kind of funny still. Snap. Eleven more isolated targets. The problem mainly at the start is that all of these targets are just in the mist where I can't hit them. Unless I can. Right. You don't have a second set, which is a bit of a bummer. And then we can't hit you there. Because you don't have line of sight. Give yourself some armor. You give yourself some dodge. And that... Can I? No, I can't. He'd just die. The altar is indestructible, which is good. And there are flying enemies. Wonderful stuff. Wonderful impaling shot. How many do we have? 6 out of 11. 7 out of 11. Do these block line of sight? No. 8 out of 11. Can we get some more? 9, 10, 11. Perfect. This is a bit small, not gonna lie, for the amount of stuff that's in it. Okay. With mortar enemies target within 2 tiles from caster. Well, we can do that. No, maybe not. Do that. Move over here. Motherfucker. What is making that noise? Oh, we need to do punch skills in 4 turns. Oh, this is 3 and 2 turns. Within 2 tiles. Within 2 tiles. Within 2... Right, so that might be an issue. You will kind of always be within 2 tiles, so not really that much of an issue there. Can we undo that? Go here, use the charge instead. It kind of feels like there aren't that many enemies up here, so you're gonna just move downstairs as well. It generally doesn't feel like that many enemies. Just fully honestly. Within 2 tiles, move 2 more turns, or the punch skill within 3 turns. Right, the 2 tiles we should be able to get today. Yeah, it's not all that much more. Right, so that's done, and now we need to punch people. Punch. 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 Give yourself some armor. And then just leave. You are out, you still have 1 dodge. And then you can actually just, yeah, shoot people up here. That crossbow is still so good. So much damage. 30 enemies or more without negative altercation. They both give 21. However, I feel like the 30 enemies or more without negative altercation is gonna be easier because that doesn't... I don't have to be specific about what skills I use. Well, those now have a negative altercation, which is a bit sad. He is kind of lacking damage. Also, you apply negative altercation, you apply negative altercation, you apply negative altercation. You don't. But you cost 6 mana, which we do not have. And now you have a negative altercation, so... You know what? Fuck it. Punch. We just need to punch like once more, that's fine. Punch skills. Yeah, we'll get that. Punch. Because we only have to use the punch skill, not actually kill people with them, it's not that difficult. And you need a better bow. Or more range damage, one of the two. And then I need a seer, because the mist is getting a bit too close. Fuck. Out of movement. It kind of feels like they made it easier. These enemies feel kind of weak. Do you have the cheer? No, you have to Into the Wilds, the aim. Who has the cheer? Oh, do you have the buff? Yeah, you have the cheer buff. You have the cheer, don't you? The cheer is always on another hero, I believe. The closest ally hero. Range 1 to 15. That is quite a lot of range. That is indeed actually quite a lot of range. Good. So that was with 50% more enemies, and it really didn't feel like it. Big wave from down there. Nothing is better than homemade stuff. You're making gold. I can feel your strength growing through my actions. Why should I trust you? Everything I'm here is what you allow me to be. I have neither a body nor a voice of my own. You said they gave you many names. What kind of names? Names born from mud and blood. Depending on who won that day. You formed those laws. I don't be naive. Everyone did. Elves, humans, orcs, dwarves. No one remembered why anymore. Well, it become a habit, and we thought we could understand it. Being given a name in wartime is extremely rare. Were you a general? I was what I needed to be. On the battlefield in the backline, it didn't matter. I carried the hope of silencing everything. You tried to end the war, didn't you? Tried? No, I believed I had to. Every race, every species, all drowning in their own righteousness. We called it honor, but it was just exhaustion with prettier words. I believed that if peace couldn't come from diplomacy, perhaps it could come from magic. You thought magic would change what we are. Isn't that its whole purpose? To reshape the world when words and seal have failed. We were so close. I remember the screaming, and then silence. And then it all burned in the mist of years. I know the story. Maybe that was the price. Maybe peace was never meant to live among us. Do you regret it? Yes. You'll understand one day when the flying CG starts to sound like reason. You make it sound inevitable. It always was. Is this guy just... Apparently he's an elf. That would explain why he's naked. Right, level ups. Anoush. I need a second thing. What would work well? Glass cannon, probably not that much. The crippling punch, no. Contamination, a third eye, not really. Get me the critical runes, steady aim, no. None of this is that great. Maybe just get me another, like, the crippling punch is not bad per se, but I want the... This is still so funny to me. That basically you can just become a monk. If an elf gets this and the naked thing, I will absolutely take it. But for now, for this one, I don't know. Plus increased by 3 for each letter of left of the hero. Get me just... Is there increased by every 1% physical? Yeah. Get me the fatality, so we can get the relentless. And what else would I take with that? Thrifty, lone wolf, because you will probably be kind of outside most of the time. Accuracy, we're gonna need a little bit at least. Momentum. You are still gonna have to move. Bonus damage per turn for everybody cast at this turn, including any follow-in maneuver. Bonus per turn for everybody cast at this turn. And is reset upon casting any skill with momentum. Yeah. So, currently, you get 7% per tile moved. No, you get, for every tile moved, you get 1 stack, and every stack gets you 29%, no, 22% extra damage. Because I'm pretty sure this 22 already counts in the... why are this set equipped? Already counts in the momentum bonus. Right, next. Glass cannon. We need more crits. Critical up, 75%. Critical power up, 180%. Next, Moon Claw. When attacking, get a 15% critical. You need ranged damage. Move point is probably also not wrong. Opportunism, propagation damage, damage, health, 3 gen, momentum, healing received. Yep, kind of not getting what I want with you. Critical runes. And the nimbleness later. Get yourself some move points. Accuracy is also going to be relevant. More skill range. Alright, night rewards. Let's see. a big axe, silver great axe, plus 5% momentum. That might actually be not bad for my swordsman, because I'm pretty sure he just has to have it equipped. A longbow or a short bow. You, Moonclaw. Steel short bow, short bolt plus 2 is more damage here. I'll give you the longbow. Build new structures. We cannot build more gold mines because we are already stacked on those. I also completely forgot to use my catapults. I'm not surprised at it, but disappointed in myself. Build new structures. Get me a temple. And then both mana wells. So we can start stacking that up. Should have probably gotten those a lot earlier. Buy some new gear. Alright, first of all, gear equip. You get a longbow. That's gonna probably be a weapon at this point. And then you get the big axe as the secondary. Silver 200 sword is plus 3% momentum. You're just plus 10% resistance, but you're also more damage. Do you have anything that triggers with momentum? No, but you have a maneuver skill, which could be neat. Purge from yourself. Purge the specified negative. Purge debuffs. Not altercation, alteration, right? So, do I care more about the momentum? 12% to get to 400. We'd have to move quite a lot. Actually, 27% to get to 400. We'd have to still move quite a lot. Like 4 pieces, so 16 tiles, which you kind of can't. Because it has to be in a single turn, I need to hit someone 4 times. So you need a lot more momentum, in which case this is just more damage. Right, sell this. Sacred Flower. I need to remember what all of the things do. Plus 5% momentum, right. Don't really matter, I don't have enough money. Build some defenses. I don't have dwarves, do I? Right, I'm just gonna continue with the wooden wallage. Except get me a gate. I should have probably thought about that beforehand. Get me a gate here. Get me a gate just for later than, like, here. Okay, we can technically upgrade some. One big wall. Lovely. Divergent. 3% are replaced by bulky. 9% are replaced by bulky. Honestly, no thank you. The bulkies would annihilate me. 1 worker remaining. Do we have a pile of corpses? We don't. In that case, upgrade me this to generate 25 gold. Okay. In that case, now oh right, free abilities to temple. Heal. I don't think we have anybody that can be healed. Yeah, no. But we can give mana. You. And you will probably get all of the mana. Then everybody down here, please. You are gonna be in front. You are here. You are gonna be here. And you are gonna be that. Okay. There is always more. To target mortar enemies with negative alteration and armored. That's a problem. Because we need to have enough armored enemies to first afflict with a negative acid shot? What? That is new. That is a new skill. You now have a negative altercation, so we can kill you. 77 damage. You are not armored. So we'd have to apply a negative alteration, not altercation, and then hit them. The problem is mainly getting the negative alteration on them, huh? Yeah, right, you. Now you are probably my best shot at getting negative alterations on enemies, since you can do it without damaging them. However, they apparently do not count as armored. Oh wait, is armored not just armor not a? Do you count as armored? No. You are. It's specifically the armored subtype. Meaning, there aren't even enough armoreds to do that. Alright, isolated targets, that sounds more appropriate. The acid shot being like giving the longbow a multi-hit. The longbow was mostly just like single target against isolated targets, and I don't know how I feel about giving it a multi-hit. Fuck. Can you go deal with that? I don't think you can. Oh, you can! Wonderful. Isolated targets. You are isolated, I think. You are isolated. Can you kill him? 2 more isolated targets, so if I do that, we do that. Wonderful. And yeah, then the armored is not gonna happen. Get rid of that. Shoot him. Shoot him. You are already kind of a sniper, huh? Love big axe. Right, you are failed, but that's fine. You also kind of need a long-range weapon, huh? Though the staff can be long-range if you get the necessary mutators for it. It generally kind of just isn't. Another one. Burn him alive. Lovely stuff. You don't have any more targets. Actually, you do. You don't have any more skills you can use. Well, that's fine. Give yourself some armor then. I wish this would just automatically trigger when you click it. On a hotkey, I can understand why not. But if you click it, it's like they're not going to do anything else. So this guy can just... Okay, we need negative altercation again, or less than 4 isolated targets. Less than 4 isolated targets is possible if I don't kill these 3. kill him. So we cannot kill any more isolated targets. 20 or more targets with a negative alteration. Alright. So... you could do things, but I don't want you to. And now we need to kill enemies with negative alterations. 12 of them. Thankfully, we can apply negative alterations relatively easily. If I don't forget how the skills work. You can just go down here, hit him, hit him. You should probably leave. $15 out of 20. Can I still do that? You don't have enough. Ah, fuck. And you do not apply... I mean, you do apply negative resistance, but you also kind of just one-shot them, so that doesn't really count. 3 more. 1 here. And then I kind of ran out of targets. You do also apply negative altercation. How much damage do you deal? You don't deal damage at all. So you are just a debuff. For dodge and armor, which is the 2 things that the bow kind of struggles with. Yeah, makes sense. We do not have the Covenant bonus, unfortunately. Also, you can't move, can you? Let me fix that for you. Okay, we do have enough that we should get the Epiphany. The drill. So you now give 32. He's just a very talkative man, that. I sometimes miss a world I barely remember. Do you remember before? Dreams, echoes, little pieces that refuse to die. The skies were brighter than even the stars seemed closer. You could almost believe they were listening. Magic flowing like light through the water. Was it even real? It was. The world was full of magic. Not the kind we wielded, but the kind that lived. Every breath hummed with it, every shadow whispered it. We thought it would never fade. Humanity killed it, didn't they? All that beauty traded for power. Power was never the goal, just the excuse. They wanted control over fear, over loss, over each other. And in the end, fear and loss were all that remained. That's why you want to save it. Sometimes I feel the same. Because it deserved to be saved. Because even in its cruelty, it still reached for light. And I thought, if I could just silence the pain, maybe the beauty would survive. The beauty doesn't live in silence, does it? How much? 1 bulky at a range of 20 or more using snipe shot. Right, so I don't think, simply because Gildenberg is so short, I don't think I'll get this 2-handed sword done. Alerian. Alerian are flying enemies, I believe those are harpies. That does seem rather easy though, if you have enough action points, since the gun uses 2 for its easiest shot. Or its weakest shot. Then again, that shot is undodgeable, and the flying enemies tend to have a lot of dodge. Choose your destiny. 40% resistance. No. 21% resistance is fine. What do we take? The water. Every 10% magic damage of the 100, 8% daily murder region. Zealous aim. Increase damage of all defenses by 30%. I forgot my... Whenever a hero dodges, more dodge. Okay, overflow it remains until you choose the next one. That's good to know. Level up. Patience gets the mana shield. Since she is kind of outside most of the time anyway. Get yourself some more mana. Propagation damage to the mana region. Healing received. Daily health region done. This time we actually have someone to heal with a temple. Wonderful. Whenever an isolated unit is killed, plus 7% damage, or plus 10% when using physical damage, up to 80%. Hitting a non-isolated unit decreases bonus by 4% down to 0%. Or the initiator for multi-hits, which now actually kind of makes sense. However, I feel like the multi-hit will kind of fuck with the 1x1. I think I'd rather take the critical later. Oh, the field study, right. And then every 3 isolated units killed, restore 1 action point. After attacking, killing enemy at a unit that was full health at the range from 3 or 5 or more. That sounds good. Within a range of 3, that is not going to happen for you. Right, what is this one? Oh, the Hunter's Arsenal, right. Unfortunately, I kind of specialize my units too much, so the Hunter's Arsenal is not something I'd find useful. Critical power then. I don't really diversify. Take the nimbleness. You are ranged, so human ballista there. What do we take here? Longer weapons. Energized vampire. Oh, the sentry could be good. Let's see. For now, give you more critical. Actually, give you some resistance. That can't hurt. And then some ranged damage. Night rewards. Axe. Warp crystal for teleportation with a maneuver but no momentum. Another axe, or opportunism sacred flower. Reroll. Another sacred flower, a helmet. Brute helm, reliability and stunt chance. Or a crossbow with critical power. I'll take the crossbow. Legendary short bow, epic short bow. Isolation, experience gain. Isolation and experience gain sounds great. Right, so not Anosh, Moonflower, or Moonclaw. You are gonna take this short bow, and then Thorn Scales, you take the other crossbow as well. Just so you have 2 of them. That way you can actually... How do you open the city stash? Shop B. Alright. Build new structures. Can we get us a seer? And then please immediately repel the mist. And guess where? Where are we coming from? Just here and here, right. Two more slots for workers. Upgrade your gain. Do that twice. Upgrade your gain. How many nights do I still have? This is day 4 out of, I believe, 7. You upgrade your gain as well. That should definitely be worth it. Building stat modifiers plus 30% gold, right. Materials, let us build. Can we get a stone gate there? We need to destroy a wall. I really should have thought of those things. And then big wall. Actually, that might have been a bad idea, since I can't look through those walls. Get me a damage trap here. You deal 80 to 130 magic damage. That's not bad. There's also accursts. Guess who round. We're gonna have our ranged units just down here, while these two are gonna defend up there. I feel like up here is not gonna be that much of a problem. Okay, that is everything then. Oh yeah, production phase, I forgot. 3 abilities. Have a heal. Have some mana, which you need. Anyone else need mana? Not really. Okay. Come on in then. No ordeals yet. You fucking missed. How? Okay, so you can just start shooting people. Can you just kill this guy? Then you can go ahead and kill one of them. Since you do have the isolation damage and I kinda wanna go with that. So you basically have a spotter who gets you the... who gets you sight on isolated targets. You can shoot this guy and this guy. Then you have an isolation on him, on him, on him, on him. Really? Oh well. This does not kill because of the resistance. %70 extra damage. Wonderful. So, 2 more. 2 more should do the trick on you. Uh, 24 or more on target with a negative alteration. Ah, fuck, those cost 2, don't they? Let in the enemies so we can apply negative alterations to them. Haha, trap triggered. That is, I believe, the first time I have triggered a trap in this game. One turn for 4 more. Deal less than 5 damage to enemies. Archer. Yeah, I don't think we'll get the... we'll get the kills today. Also, we should probably get rid of that. Okay, undo that. First of all, you shoot this man. Shoot this guy and this guy. Do not kill the archer man. And then the isolation can trigger. Unfortunately, these guys will still not die in one shot. Even with the snipe, it's just a chance. And unfortunately, they don't even have armor, so the armor doesn't really do anything. Right. No damage to armors. Archers. Have your heroes get hit 15 more times? Absolutely not. Right, can you kill these with snipes? You can. Maybe. Like, every normal enemy, no issue. But the guys with resistance, they may present a challenge. How many? 2 turns for 15 hits. That doesn't actually sound that problematic now I think about it. Yeah, everything he does over there will hit him. And turn, unless I move him out the way first. That's fine. I don't think I'll even if I try to, I don't think they'll get hit 15 times. Yeah, 4. That's not enough. Kill 3 enemies or more. Isolated target with a negative alteration. I just today learned that the crossbow applies a negative alteration. Meaning that this was really easy. Need more isolation. Yeah, I kind of never really took isolation and what is the other one? Opportunism that relevant, which might have been a mistake. "36 more enemies in the mist somewhere. And I think they're mostly just down there. That is a crawler. That could be an issue. Not that many steps, please. Fuck. Now. Alright. And you can just charge over there with your sword. Actually, instead of moving, we should just jump. Fuck. Kill this guy, kill this guy. Now they're all isolated. Can you just... Those all count as isolated enemies, I'm pretty sure. I really should try and get more isolation opportunism on my heroes at some point. Just so I can use it. Okay, that crawler just wants to go through. We kind of cannot allow that. It worked. Get outshot. and you can take down the accursed. Wonderful. Oh, kindled, not accursed. What? Panic are we at? Yes, perfect. $266. Wait, where did I... Oh, right. The NA post has been fulfilled. No, it hasn't. Oh, is there just one I have fulfilled? Oh, right. With an apocalypse of 12 or more. Broken Blade. Death Wish. That's a big AoE. That's a trinket. Isolation multiplier. Vision. So you just 3 action 250 to 252 times per night. Limit per turn 1. And you hit a massive AoE. You hit your... No, it has a range. So you don't necessarily hit yourself. The damage isolated on Divergence Light is wonderful. Broken Bell. When the unit dies, all of its negative alterations are applied to 2 random... debuff, secondary effect. Holy shit! -5 move points on 1 target, and contagion, and then resist 50% resistance, 400 armor, 80% dodge, and 100 block infinitely. Holy, that sounds like it would be amazing against bosses. That sounds like it would just be ridiculous of the bosses. We just don't fall. We just don't lose our armor. Experience gain, otherwise, plus 80 armor, sure. Immediately fill that. Zealous Aim, Military Engineering, Industrial Revolution, the Water, 800, Immemorial. So those cost... Oh, the price increases. So whenever you fulfill one, the price of the next one increases. This was 400, this is 800. 100, 200, the next is 300, this is probably 150, 300, 300, 450, etc. Right. Anoush has a level up. You get a Relentless. Get more move points. How much armor do you have? 35. You're gonna need some more damage, I feel like. Fuck. Poison damage then. Resistance, dodge, move points, armor. 8 block, 25 daily health regen, 16 stun chance, plus 10% accuracy. That I'll take. Plus 1 action points. Fuck, it sounds good, but... Claws. Propagation bonuses. Do you have anything that propagates? I don't think so. No. No, you don't. I guess the propagation bonuses don't really make any sense. Unless you combine it with another weapon that does have propagation, but take the big one. Actually, this is +1 multi-hits. You know what? Fuck it. Give me the claws. I'm probably not going to use them, but at least I have them. Assign them to buildings. Well, first of all, we're going to buy the Guess Who. We have 5 crawlers, 12 lumberjacks. Right, get rid of this building. Get rid of this building. Buy me. Like most of these, the Boya and such, don't really make a whole lot of sense at this point, since we are kind of already done. That was an armor maker. Get me a blacksmith as well. And a Boya. And a magic shop. And then, can we? Production plus. Items crafted 2, upgrade 150. That's just all of them. So do that. Upgrade production to tier 3. Build some defenses. I think I'll just upgrade to heavy wooden walls everywhere. And then yeah, I thought they changed it so you can only build the walls on the outside, but no, that's just repair. Oh, you can upgrade traps? I didn't even know that. Learned something new once again, and then I'm just gonna put out a bunch of traps outside, I guess. The snake seed is poison, falcon seed is damage, and balloon seed is... I forgot what it was. Can we get a warp gate? You can't build it in there, right? Because it does count as a defense. You know what? Just give me more damage traps. Is there a limit on traps? No. That's honestly kind of nice to know. Ah yeah. 3 actions. Get me a heal on the Sword Boy, and then get me some mana on also the Sword Boy, because apparently he's the only one who used any. Curse of the King! When the hero falls down to 0 armor, they take 100%, so 35, 75, 80, and 89. So the only guy who actually is in any danger of running out of armor is the guy who doesn't actually have all that much of it. Great planning on my part. Okay. I feel like I'm gonna just do the same setup. Oh yeah, equip your new gear. You go to Anush. And then the claws. Do I give the claws to anybody specific? I think I give the claws to you. Right. At this point, we have way too many stats down there. Can you get rid of some of these? Preferably just isolate the lumberjacks. So you can obliterate them. Fuck. Not quite enough damage to one-shot the Kindle yet. Like, these claws are still weird to me. They're for isolated targets, but then mostly just... have abilities that are hit multiple things at once. What else do you have? Right, you have the sharpened claws for physical damage and reliability. Those things, if I have somebody who has weapons, I immediately take the bless. If someone has some of these weapons. The shadow steps, you move behind and then deal damage, which is gonna be difficult. Because, you know, you'd have to get behind an enemy. And normally there are other enemies in that location. Wait, you didn't die? Why didn't you die? Apparently I need an upgrade on my sword. Wait, oh, the new thing gave him more armor, I guess. Thrust, 168. Yeah, the fact that you have to do it 4 times in a single turn is gonna be absolutely impossible. Good job, traps. Can we just jump out? No, we don't have line of sight there. We can jump on him. Oh, we have the multi-hit now. It's so weird. And now we no longer have the multi-hit. Sharpen your claws. Oh yeah, we can do that. Okay, more isolated targets. Get me all of the isolated targets. And a bit of a bomb shot. 1, 2, 3. Out of charges. 4. Right. The armor does regen every turn, so I'm not actually in that much danger of losing it. Fuck. Well, bomb shot once again. And there's a crawler, we need to deal with that. But first of all, you are isolated. You have a little bit of isolation at least. Oh yeah, I completely forgot to check. Fuck. Oh well. I feel like 279, 270. Yeah, the short bow has less damage variance. The longbow has more range. Right, you lost some of your stacks, but it's fine. Axe. Love big axe. Here's the feral instinct. Yeah, do that. You're in out of action points. That's fine. Yeah, currently I don't think anybody is really in danger of running out of of armor. You fucking missed. Alright. Doesn't really seem too atrocious here. Still level up. I don't know why bows are my favorite weapon in the game. Actually, I don't think they are, but I do kind of like them. I do quite enjoy the bows. What is actually my favorite weapon in the game now that I think about it? I kind of like the boomerang, even though it's awkward to use. I'd have to check. Okay, those traps are a lot better than I expected them to be. I need to check if they have a repair all button. Get rid of that so you can take down the isolated lumberjack. Negative alter. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. I have not paid attention to that. Okay, a bit of a complaint. This box is too small for what's supposed to be in there. The fact that I cannot see if I take this entire text, I cannot see what turns I have, so I have to scroll down twice. Could be based on my screen. Wait, display a UI scale. Yeah, put it down to 100. Yeah, that is better. I do remember that I had an issue with my UI when I first played. I don't remember exactly what it was. one isolated target, please. And then you can just stab some people. Get fogged. You fucking missed 3 times in a row. Are you insane? How can you do this to me? Oh wait, can we spin? We cannot spin, unfortunate. Isolated targets, yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen today either. These claws are... Like, the claws have very weird aiming. Oh wait, you're the longbowman, not a crossbowman. Get me, that there. And now we have some isolated targets remaining. 2, 3, 4. Wonderful. Those two work very well together. And not a single one of my units lost their armor today. Yeah, you block line of sight, don't you? And then you can take 1, 2, 3. Fuck. Just go in. Right. The traps over here on the other side haven't even triggered, because these are the guys that actually go out to hit people, instead of cowering next to a wall. To be fair, cowering I would probably also be in the group that cowers next to the wall, but... Can you actually hit yourself with that? No. Would have been kind of funny, but it makes sense that you can't. Alright, Feral Instinct is out. Doesn't really matter. And you also don't need to get closer because we're just gonna shoot them. Are we worthy of this victory? Probably not, if you ask me that. Level 6. I don't think we get any further because I'm pretty sure this is the last. Yeah. 208. Industrial Revolution. Not a single elite has shown up. Right, Epiphanies. Do I... Fuck it, put in the water. So you can stack those over and over. More and more. Divergences has been skipped for this night. Right. I assume there's no divergence because it's the boss. That would at least make sense. Guess where? Can I get another adventurer? Another hero? I need to upgrade... Yeah, upgrade the hero capacity. I'm gonna need, like, another Anush. What level are you? Level 4. Level 4. You're level 6. Another Moonclaw. Troll blood. Tossable fellow. To catapult, look, hurled for. If you can catapult yourself into enemies, what the fuck? I kind of want to try that, just because. What do you have? Resistance, less healing received, daily health regen, and critical. And you do have, yeah, you know what? Recruit you. You will be over here, just so I can see. Hurl Dwarf. Moves your hero to the designated town. Hit this. It doesn't require a direct line of sight to the target. It doesn't deal damage. Kind of blows. Right. Get me level ups. First of all, Anoush, you get the Lone Wolf. I don't think it'll come to play, but maybe. Get some block. I'm surprised you don't already have any. Opportunism, no. Experience gain, sure, why not? Next, Patience. Energized. Every 7 mana spent. Restores 1 action point. You get some resistance. And some magic damage. Moonclaw. Glass Cannon. Like, your entire goal is to kill the harpies. That is all you will do. Accuracy up for that purpose. Can we get you ranged damage? No. You have a total of 20 mana. You restore as much mana as you have as maximum. Incredible that. You have the crossbow. Give you... No, the sentry doesn't matter. Manual control. Sure. And... You know what? No, you're not gonna attack isolated here. Units with full health get crit. That's fine. Get some... Actually, just get damage. And more damage. And then some ranged damage. And also skill range. Okay, Vardur, 5 levels. What do you have? Perseverance. When they dodge, you get accuracy. Third eye. Every 2 enemies hit, the next skill gets vision. Proximity shot, surgical strike. Right, I think I'll take the Perseverance and the third eye. A Jolly Drinker. Whenever a potion is used on the hero, restore 2 move points. Whenever at least 5 enemies are hit with a single attack, restore 1 move points, 5% damage buff. Look at my muscles. But disables body armor slot. That's fine, I don't have enough body armor for you anyway. Multi-hits, glass cannon for more crit, or the cheer. I feel like the cheer used to be you actually have to use it and I always forgot. I feel like they massively buffed it with the it just happens automatically. Accuracy. Can we get some damage maybe? Critical, I guess that's fine. Reliability is basically damage. Then skill range. Skill range. Opportunism, maybe? Reliability, I guess. Isolation. You get a longbow. You have a longbow. Good. A prowess has been Really? Oh. I completely forgot I can still do that. Have 200 traps get triggered by enemies several rounds. I need to use my traps more. Have 50 traps get triggered by enemies. Traps are 33%. Right, I haven't really used it to traps, and then these are just the claws, the boomerangs, and axes, 200 sword variations. I still need to use a bunch of those, right? Completely forgot about that. And you, I don't think, have anything to offer, actually. Element of many claws, sure. Right. And as soon as I have all of those, I can reroll using Tainted Essence, which is something new. Night reward. I need another longbow. Sure thing. Get me a better axe, silver great axe, 10% opportunism, or a better 200 sword. Because the 200 sword is kind of the one I use. Better claws, the boya. A boomerang. Wooden boomerang. Like, the boomerang is really weird to use. But I guess I'll take... Which one is better, actually? They are both the same level, so... No, you have 53 to... Oh, you have damage bonus? 5% damage, 6% dodge, 25 armor. You have 2% dodge, opportunism. Do you have anything that triggers opportunism? You have stuns. It is cast. Under cast restriction, the closest stunned enemy within a range of 10 with a base damage equal to 50 plus 140% of the hero's stun chance. If Painful Spin is cast, only cast a Ricochet a second time. If Painful Spin is cast, then it costs Ricochet a second time. Painful Spin. Ricochet, right. It only triggers on one enemy though. I'll take the damage bonus one. Armor Maker, what do we have? 6% physical damage. Slayer Pants. You know what? I've just got a dwarf who's not allowed to wear armor. What is he if not a Slayer? Level 3 staff. Wonderful. You. Get your Slayer Pants on. Also, show us there. It's not orange, but it's good enough. It's a bad idea. I should just give him the helmet, but no. No armor for you. Right, next. You, better sword. The coif is the exact... No, wait. The one I have equipped is dodge and damage. This one is health and resistance. I feel like resistance is better than dodge. Because with a dodge, glorious dodge of 0%, you're not gonna dodge anything. You get the staff, which has, what is this, move points and opportunism. Very good. You remain with what you have. You get the boomerang instead of the second crossbow. And then the rest can be sold. Do you have anything good? Medal of Don't Move. Every 8 enemies hit, the next attack gets undodgeable, minus 10 move points. Huh. I don't think so. Silver Boomerang. You look like a scythe. Plus 3 skill range. Holy shit. The Boomerang actually gives a good purpose for the multi-hit, for the more multi-hit perk. Right, thing is, do I want to upgrade anything? And answer is, not actually, because why would I? Doesn't really matter. Upgrade group. Yes. Upgrade me my catapults. Again! Then... upgrade the materia again. One more worker. What do we do with you? Give me materials. And then build some defenses. We're gonna build more catapults. Back here we were actually allowed to build catapults. And then I need to not forget to use them. Right. I don't remember where the... oh yeah. Free production. Do we need a heal? We don't. We also don't need to restore that much mana. Okay. Now, I don't remember where the enemy bosses come from. I think they spawn one down here, one up here, and one down there. So I'll have an archer, or like a group at least, at most areas. They come from this side, they come from here, they come from here. Right, you can just go there, you can go there. This is the smallest side. And we're just gonna focus on killing the birds. We're very close to making seal. Don't let these zombies ruin everything. I remember they shit at you, don't they? Yeah, they spit at you. I spit at thee. Well, it is time. It is not time. They're too far away. Actually, you could. But I don't think that's worth it. For now, get me rid of those. So we can actually see what we're just shooting at. And then you can just stab them. Good job. Can you? I don't think you can. but actually you might be able to. Yep, you can. Kill those mist sensors. And then you can... You have 2 longbows, you can in fact not. Which is the stronger crossbow? I think this is the stronger crossbow, yeah. Motherfucker, they're just not in sight, huh? And now you have vision, so you can shoot that guy. Only once, unfortunately. Right, that's good enough. And then you can go up here. Throw a boomerang at them. Throw a boomerang at them. Bonk, bonk, bonk. I'm pretty sure boomerangs didn't actually come back. She's going down. I'm pretty sure boomerangs didn't actually come back. She kind of just... They kind of just, like, lay about after you hit somebody on the head with it. Okay, get rid of all of those so you can actually deal with stuff there. And I have a feeling you will be absolutely fine down there, so you can go help up here. I forgot that that requires movement points, and I don't think it's worth redoing that. Wonderful. Can you hit those 2? Yes. And then the ricochet just... can I not look at... Yeah, the ricochet, what? Cast ricochet on a closest stunned enemy within a range of 16 with a base damage equal. Painful spell is cast on and cast the ricochet a second time. The ricochet is... Oh, it has a propagation! Oh, that makes it a whole lot better. Right. Longbow. 1, 2, 3. Fuck. 3. Can we snipe that guy? Maybe. Fuck. Not in sight. There's a stupid pole in the way. In that case, just shoot this man. Alright, where's she coming down? Down here. That was the wrong choice. Oh yeah, you buff, don't you? Well. Can you even be stunned? It does not appear that you can be stunned. Right. So that was number 1. Just shoot them. And then the boomerang kind of just kills this guy. If you go with somebody who actually has a bunch of stun chance, the boomerang could be really neat. You'd probably still want something else to trigger the stuns. Like, what would be good for that? What would be good for triggering the stuns? Maybe the longbow. Since it has the Arctic Blast. You're not really gonna use the... You're not really gonna use the isolation on it then, but I feel like that really doesn't matter that much. Alright, and now... Sword. Next one coming down. Not quite yet. Catapults! I completely forgot about them again. Catapult. Sure, why not? How about here? Boom. Boom. And again. Like, I'm not sure it's worth it to just shoot the birds, but... it's too funny not to. The catapults do deal AoE, friendly fire, unfortunately. So I'm kind of not want to do that. Like, this shit is so weird to aim. But now everybody's isolated. Like, this part does not appear to be of any consequence whatsoever. Like down here, I think I can actually move you down there, and you can deal with that on your own. All right. Mother. Hate when he misses. Alright. Longbow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It is amazing the range and damage a longbow can do. And down he comes. Where to? I assume on either down here or up there. For now, longbow. Not enough damage. I should probably use the one that actually deals damage. Smash indeed. Unfortunately, I don't have a watchtower, so I can't actually give you the vision. In which case, you can just... Can you actually just... It doesn't appear that you can just... That's unfortunate. You can shoot some of them. And... Okay, you're out of actions. Actually, give yourself an action. And then you can move towards the... Why did I move you in on the inside instead of just moving outside? Oh well. Not like you can jump. They all have a negative alteration. Yeah, the harpies do rile them up, basically. Making them stronger, more damage, but less resistance. Which, in turn, is actually kinda good for me, and not really all that much of a buff for them. This costs 1 mana. Fuck. Didn't stun. Didn't stun. Didn't stun. Fuck. Kill him. Wonderful. One more action. Get a crossbow out and just shoot a man. She's coming down here again? Really? Right. Can you just kill her? Apparently not. Can you just kill her? How the fuck are you not in range? Like seriously, how the hell was she not in range? And now you can come down here and immediately miss your shot. Wonderful stuff, that. Okay, and you will probably be able to just deal with this group on your entirely own. Not even a fucking challenge. Also, this thing, the teleport has vision. That I did not remember. Alright, third boss coming down. It will be as much of a challenge as first two. The original Apocalypse design was definitely harder. But also less customizable. So I feel like the new one is better suited for actual like play. Yeah, just shoot this man, shoot this man, shoot this man, and then shoot someone over here, I guess. Take him down. He's just moving along. Line of sight, move here. You... honestly, just pull out the crossbow. Fuck. Out of actions, are we? Not quite. And there she is. Pluck her like a chicken. Yeah, the catapults, because they're all that far back, didn't really come into play a lot, I don't think. I need 1, 2, 3, 4 more movement, and you give me 3, so not enough. In that case, just shoot a man. Should have done that better. $181, 66 to... okay. Wonderful. How long did this take me? 2 hours? 2 hours. Actually, panic level 0. Panic level S on every level 1. On every single night, I think. That should give me an APOS. Yeah, 2 hours 18. This is a long game. Like, every run is gonna take 2 to 4 hours, I feel like. Gildenberg is the shortest map and the easiest, so... taking 2 hours there. Lakeburg is probably gonna take me 4 hours. Kill monsters, always attain to essence. Yeah. Doesn't even make a difference. Do we have something new? I don't think we do. Except DLC's ones. Right, I need the access, the two-handed swords. What is this? 72 more action points spent, 75 more, and here 64. And in the Omen of the Trappers, I need to use a lot more traps. Just a shitload more traps. And you, Veteran of Gildenberg. Each night, consume more materials. Defenses gain up to 2% damage per 30 materials consumed. And I feel like that just stacks from the wording. Which means, like, you set up your defenses and then just don't use your materials anymore. Right. Apparently, I've never beat Lakeburg on any Apocalypse level. Which Yeah, that checks out. I don't think I've beat Runenberg even once. I still kind of need to. Elderlicht has taken me 20 attempts. Emberwald is kind of outside. Yeah, Elderlicht took me the longest, I remember. Yeah, Runenberg. I haven't beaten Runenberg a single time. I probably need to do that at some point. But now I kind of have options to unlock to take on Runenberg. Which, what is the next thing I can do? So, ignoring the weapon ones, we have Veteran of Lakeberg, which is Apocalypse level 12 or more. Defenses deal 20% damage for each different adjacent defenses. I would probably just stack ballistas next to these split ballistas. Not gonna lie. Oh wait, no, for each different. So you'd have heavy split mounted just next to each other. Glenwald, traps are repaired for free. I probably want that if I want to go for more traps. Most likely. And since I still have to do the traps, yeah. Wooden walls, health increased by per night. Veteran of Elderlicht. That is probably good. Because if I want to use the ballista, the split and heavy ballista, those aren't mounted. Those don't have vision. So I have to use wooden walls with them. Meaning I want wooden walls and the ballista. Defense building cap by 10. And this one I want Commander of Lakeberg. Apocalypse 18 or more in a single run. 7 Knights of Lakeberg and Panic rank S. At least 9 ordeals. Produce 5,000 golds in a Lakeberg. The 5,000 gold shouldn't really be that much of a difference. Difficulty. For the nearest target, the skill has a recharge time of 1 turn. Catapults cannot damage heroes or allied buildings anymore. Look forward to that one. Now this is, they have set the last DLC, which means I don't have to be annoyed at more DLCs releasing with stuff that I could have gotten already. Or they also did it very well that they just allow you to, if you already done it, you get it. Very nice. Runenberg. So it's always Apocalypse 6, Apocalypse 12, and Apocalypse 18. Meaning, I think I'm just gonna do every level, every map on Apocalypse 6 or 12. I think for the levels it's 12. I'm gonna do all of them at Apocalypse 12, and then once I have that at Apocalypse 18, and hope that I get the stuff done. But that is not for now. Omen of the Engineer, all types of range defense, Omen of the Fortress. I really like just having the Omen, the Engineer, and Fortress. And then the Omen of the Siege if I can fit it. And if I get the improvements, which I will probably do Glenwald first for the traps, because I'm pretty sure those also should count. Kill 50 enemies with defenses during Divergence like Broken Compass. Broken Caduceus for poison. Annihilation of Setuzia. Complete at least 5 Divergence Night. Beat Lakeberg with the Apocalypse tougher bosses. Do I have tougher bosses? Higher materials cost, faster enemies by straight. Reduce inherent level as here, tougher bosses. 375% health. If I recall correctly, however, the boss of Lakeberg really wasn't that much of a problem. Because it's just this, it's the sea snake. Annihilation of Setuzia. Annihilation of Dryads. Oh, there's one offhand magic weapon unique. Tidal Assault maneuver. Ooh, that sounds neat. 5 Divergence Night and then complete at least 4 Divergence Night. Beat Glenwald the Apocalypse tougher bosses activated. Does it need to be at level 3 or just activate it? Of the Archivist. Archivist's Broken Staff. Obliterate 1680 damage. Okay. Cost 3 uses per night. 2. Yeah, it has uses per night. So, not actually that good. Annihilation of Schaden. Mouth of Nihil. Execute. It costs 200 health and it just kills something. I am very much assuming that you cannot one-shot bosses with it. Very much certain of that. And then, yeah, Glenfiend the same. Plus 200% damage and immunity. That's a 1-turn buff. However, if you have the Bless, it's a 2-turn buff. Dwarf's artifact builds a random runestone at the target location. Empty runestones are generated into random runestones after 1 turn. The building will be damaged at the end of night. That doesn't sound that good. Flash clouds. Wait. Fateful burst. Range self. You just blow yourself up for 400 damage. You can literally just kill yourself. Amazing. Living Thornwood Seed. Living Thornwood Sprout. That's for Ambervold. Yeah, okay. I feel like the next I'm gonna do is, because I want this, Veterans of Lakeburg. Apocalypse 12 on Lakeburg. It's probably gonna be the next thing I do. If I get to it, I don't know. These runs always take forever, so most of the time I have to like split them in 2. Also, I need to unlock me... I think ranged weapons are fine. I need the axes, the swords, the axes, the 2-handed swords, and the claws. The 2-handed axes as well. Wait, like this. And then I need, I think, the boomerangs. For the boomerangs, do I need the cannons still? Claws variation, boomerangs variation, and the sacred flowers variations. Okay, no, I have the cannons. So, boomerangs variations, get me the rifle because why not? Actually, Lakeburg. What is good in Lakeburg? Honestly, probably like the short range things. Like that. And then magic weapons. I do need the sacred flowers. Yeah, it's fine. But again, not today. Next time, maybe. I'll see if I get to it, because again, takes forever. But for now, I thank you for watching. Hope you have a nice evening. Hope you have a good night later on. And I hope you have a nice week ahead of you. For me, I'll say. Anyway, with that, goodbye.